Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to cut and sew this trendy Bubu Kaftan dress. Okay, so I'm going to be making this for my clients. If this is something you're interested in, keep up watching. So guys, don't forget to like, comment and also subscribe. This really helps my algorithm a lot. Also share with your fashion designers. So this is the Ankara material I'm going to be using. This is 6 yards of Ankara. I'm going to be making use of just 4 yards. And this one is the black material I'm going to be using for the neck design. This one is called Mikado. You can make use of any material. So I've gone ahead to cut out 4 yards for my client. Okay, I wanted to cut out 4 yards. So please pay attention to what I want to explain. Remember, the length of a Ankara does not come by 60, it comes by 40 something. So in order for you to be able to cut the full length of your client, what you need to do is to go ahead and cut out 4 yards or 5 yards. Then fold that 4 yards or 5 yards into 2. So for me, I've gone ahead to fold mine into 2, which is going to be giving 2 yards per length. This is how I folded it into 2. Okay, I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Then after folding it into 2, I'll go ahead and fold it into 2 again because I'm going to be cutting the back and the front together at once. Okay, so right now my material is folded into 4. Okay, so I'll go ahead and iron it out so that it will be very easy for me to cut. So right now I'm going to be taking the shoulder measurement of my client, which is 7 inches. I will mark it. Then I will take the wideness of the neck, which is 3 inches like this. I will come down by 1 inch. Okay, these are shoulder measurements I'm taking is for the back first. Then I'll go ahead and connect it together. Then I'll come to the shoulder. I will measure how long I want the sleeve to be. So I'm going to be making use of 14 inches at the end of the day. So you go ahead and measure how long you want your own to be. Then I'll come down by ½ inch at the shoulder. I'll mark a slant line like this. Then from the shoulder, I'll go ahead and mark a straight line at the edge like this because I want the sleeve length to be straight. Like I want the edge of the sleeve to be straight. So right now, I will measure the wideness of the sleeve. So I'm going to be making use of 10 inches. This is how wide I want the sleeve to be. Okay, remember this is a Bubu gown and it has a continuation sleeve. Then I will come to the shoulder like this. I will measure my client's bust point like this. I will measure bust point. So from that bust point line, I'm going to divide her bust by 4. Okay, divide your client's bust by 4. My client's bust divided by 4, I will mark it here like this. Then I will add extra 4 inches allowance because this is a Bubu gown, so we want it to be very big and free. Okay, so I will add extra 4 inches. So from the shoulder, I will measure her hip length. From the shoulder of my client to her hip line is 26 inches. I will mark a point there. I will just go ahead and make use of my straight ruler to mark a straight line like this. Then I will divide her hip by 4. I will mark the point. I will add extra 4 inches allowance. You can add 5, 6, depending on how wide you want your bubble to be. Then I will come to the down of the gun. I will divide her hip by 4. I will mark it. Then instead of adding 4, I will just add 2 inches at the down because we don't want the down to be too big. Okay, so I'll just add 2 inches. Then I'll go ahead and connect from the armhole line, that is the sleeve point to the bust point like this. There's no special way on how to mark it. Just go ahead and connect it just like as you can see me doing. I'll go ahead and connect it like this to the hip. So from that hip, I will make use of my straight ruler to mark a slant line from the hip to that down. Okay, so I'll just mark a straight line like that. So once I was done, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to go ahead and cut it out just like as you can see me doing. I'll cut out the neckline, cut out the sleeve, and also cut out the side. So when I was cutting the side, I did just cut through the line I marked. I went ahead to add extra ½ inch to it. That is going to be serving as the sewing allowance. So once I was done cutting it, I'll go ahead and separate the back from the front. Remember, we've already cut out the back neckline. So right now we're about to cut out the front neckline. Before you cut the front, make sure you remove one piece for the back first. Then I will come to the neckline of the front like this. I will come down by 8 inches. Do you see how I place my tape? I went ahead to place it slant. Okay, I place my tape slant. Then after placing it slant, I mark 8 inches. You can decide to mark 9 inches or 10 inches depending on you. Then I'll go ahead and make use of my straight ruler. I will mark a slant line from the shoulder to that point. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. So once I was done cutting it out, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to bring the back part of this dress. I will place it on the front. Then I will mark the pockets. I already have a detailed video on how to add pockets to your bubu gown or to any gown at all. Okay, so please go and watch it. Okay, I'm not going to be explaining that in this video because I already have a detailed video for that. So after I was done marking the pocket points, I'll go ahead and remove the bubu. The next thing I'm going to be doing now is to cut the front design, that is that black design at the front. So I've gone ahead to fold my fabric into two. As you can see, I'm just ironing it. Go ahead and fold yours into two and iron it. So once I was done ironing it, I went ahead to cut out the piece I'm going to be using for the front. Remember, this fabric is folded into two before cutting it. So the length of this is 22 inches. You can make it 23 or 24, okay? The wideness is about 11 inches. So the length is 22 inches and the wideness is 11 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and place the front part on this like this. So just go ahead and pin it down, okay? So we'll go ahead and pin it down like this. Remember, you are placing the front on top of the black material. Then go ahead and cut out the neckline on the material. Then trim out the shoulder as well. So you can go ahead and remove your pin. I'm just going to go ahead and remove the pin like this. Please pay attention to what I'm doing. So after I was done with this, I'll go ahead and measure how wide I want the shoulder to be. I went ahead to measure 3.5 inches. So I want the wideness of the shoulder to be 3.5 inches, okay? Then I'll go ahead and notch it like this. Don't cut it deep, just go ahead and notch it a little. Okay, so after notching it, I'll go ahead and open it up like this. Please pay attention to what I'm about to explain to you guys. If you check the black design on the neck of this bubu gown, you're going to see that the right hand has this armhole design around the armhole area, and also it's kind of long, it's close to the pocket, the length of the black, and also at the left hand side is kind of straight and have a curve at the down area. So this is something I'm about to just recreate. Pay attention to what I'm about to show you, okay? So before you continue with your design, make sure you place your fabric on your body to know which side is going to be on the left and also on the right. So I've gone ahead to do this, and so this is just me marking at the point I notched before. This part I am placing my tape is the part that is going towards the left hand side. So what I just did is that I went ahead to place the tape on the shoulder and marked 15 inches downward, just like this. So I've gone ahead to mark 15 inches. I will mark a straight line from the neck to that 15 inches. Just make sure it's straight from the neckline to the ending, okay? From the neckline to the end of the distance. So once I was done, go ahead and cut it out. Remember, the part that is going towards the left hand side, if you check the picture very well, is straight, okay? So once I was done cutting it, the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to go ahead and give it that curve at the down. So to do that, I will just come to the center of this. Remember, I actually went ahead to iron at this before cutting it. So I will come to the center here like this. I will measure 1.5 inch towards the right side like this. Then I will just mark it at the edge like this. Then connect it from the down to meet up with that 15 inches I marked at the left side. Then I will come to the up part like this, to this left side. I will measure the armhole of my client, which is 8 inches. Okay, so I came down by 8 inches. I'll go ahead and use my French curve to connect something like an armhole, something like that. Then I'll place my tape on the center and divide that bust by 4. I'll mark it there. Then I will just mark a straight line from the start like this to the end. Okay, so just pay attention to what I'm doing. Then from there, I'll curve like this. There's no special way of doing this. Just go ahead and curve. Just watch out what I'm doing. So I went ahead to mark a curve at the down, at the side. Then I also went ahead to divide the line on this side like this. After dividing it, I marked the midpoint. Then I went inside by 1 inch. From that 1 inch, I'm just marking a curve, like a shape, something. Okay, just go ahead and watch this again and do it. So once I was done with that, I will go ahead and connect it. After connecting it, I'll go ahead and cut it out. And this is how it look like. Okay, so this part I just turned to the up part is going to be the back, remember. So I'm going to go ahead now and fold it in with 1/2 inch. I will just fold it like this, 1/2 inch, and iron it out. So I'm going to be showing you guys because I've already started ironing it. Before you fold it, make sure you turn it to the back, then fold it in with 1/2 inch. Okay, so fold it in with 1/2 inch from the start to the end. This is very easy. Please don't fold this to the front of where you marked with your chalk. Remember, that is your front part. So the down part where you didn't mark with your chalk is the part that is going to be facing the material, which is the back part. So make sure you fold it to the back. Other than that, if you fold it to the front, you will end up interchanging your design. Okay, the side that is supposed to be on the left side will not be on the right. So after ironing it, this is just me repressing it. Okay, because this is how I'm going to be sewing it to the dress. So after I was done with that, I just went ahead to fold my fabric, another fabricator to then use it to cut out the neckline for the back. Very easy. Also mark the same shoulder measurement to mark on the front, which is 3.5 inches. I will just from there make a curve like this. Okay, it's very easy. Just play around with this. Okay, so after I was done cutting the back, this is how it look like. I'll go ahead and sew it to the back. Then this one is the front. Right now we're about to sew the front part of the dress. So the front part of this dress is going to be facing the back part of the ankara. This is the front, this is the back. Do you guys understand? Okay, let me explain this in another form. The front side is going to be facing the down, the front side of the ankara. Then the front side of the neck design is also going to be facing down, which means the back is going to be facing up. The back part of the ankara is also going to be facing up. Then go ahead and pin it together, take it to the sewing machine and sew it. Okay, just follow up with the with what I just explained. At the end of the day, you're going to come up with reality. I don't know, I'm going to be explaining that. So I also go ahead and pin this to the ankara. The wrong side of the design is going to be facing up. There's the wrong side of the black is going to be facing up. The back part of the ankara is also going to be facing up. Then go ahead and pin it. I also sew it with 1/2 inch. So this is just me sewing the neckline of the front part of the bubu. Okay, so I'm just showing you guys just to see how to sew it, nothing else. If you want to notch it, you can go ahead and notch it. Make sure you notch it, not go ahead. So just go ahead and notch it. If you want to top stitch on it, you can go ahead and top stitch on it. So after sewing it, what you're going to be doing is you go ahead and flink it from the back to the front. This is how it's going to look like. Okay, so just it's very easy. After sewing it, go ahead and flip it to the front, then iron the neckline. So there's no light, I'm using my gas iron. Just make sure you iron it very well. After sewing it, flip it to the front side of the ankara. You understand? Just turn it to the front, then iron it, give it a very good press. After you are done ironing it, go ahead and use your pin and pin it down. So it's very important to pin it down. Okay, then I'm just going to go ahead and sew alongside the edge like this. Make sure you just sew alongside the edge, and when you are sewing, go ahead and remove your pin. Okay, just try as much as possible to be patient. Okay, while doing this, use your hand to like stretch your fabric, like arrange it so that at the end of the day, once you are done sewing it, it will not be squeezed. So just make sure you use your hand to arrange it. That is what I'm doing. So you have to be patient with this when you are doing this. Okay, it's easy if you want to make it easy, and it's going to be difficult if you want to make it difficult. So this is just me sewing it. I'm just showing you guys so that you don't say I did not show you. Okay, so after I was done, I'll go ahead and place the right side of the back to the right side of the front. I'm about to join the shoulder. So make sure the right side of the front is facing the right side of the back. So go ahead and pin the shoulder together, just like as you can see me doing. So after I'm done pinning the shoulder, I will take to the sewing machine and sew it. Okay, I also pin the side. I'm going to be sewing pockets to this bobo gown. You can also decide not to sew pockets to your own. Okay, so already, as I earlier said, I already have a detailed tutorial on how to sew a pocket to your bobo gown or a dress. So I'll take to the sewing machine and sew the shoulder like this. Then I will sew the side like this to this pocket line. then I will just come down and sew the other part. And I also sew the other side. So guys, I've gone ahead to sew it. After I was done sewing it, I went ahead to iron it out, and this is how it looked like. I also went ahead to fold the sleeve with 1/2 inch, but for you, make sure you fold it with 1 inch. Okay, maybe your client might not like it. I also went ahead to add side slit, then fold it down. So the client said does not like the side slit. I should remove it, though she loved the dress, but I should just remove the side slit. So after that, this is just me trying to fix the pocket. I already have a tutorial for that, so make sure you watch and fix the pocket of your dress. Okay, so once I was done fixing the pocket, this is how the dress look like. And so after I was done with that, I'll just go ahead and iron it, iron the neckline very well, because this center part was kind of off. This is just me ironing it. So guys, once I was done ironing it, this is the outcome. Okay, you can see how beautiful and cute this Bubu gown is. So once I was done, I will just go ahead and package it and send it to my client. So guys, we now have a new Facebook group and a Facebook chat group. If you're interested in joining, is for fashion designers like tailors. If you're interested in joining, I'm going to be leaving the link at the comment section and also the description section. Go to the comment section. You are going to be seeing the first comment there. I'm going to be pinning it. So that comment is by me. Click on the link and join. And also, please follow me on Instagram at official promoted Sandra. Follow my business handle at Sandora Culture. And also, please subscribe to my second YouTube channel, which is Omokai Sandra. I do more vlog there. I do tip and tricks on how to start and grow your YouTube channel. So if that is something you're interested in, subscribe and follow. Thank you.